right, chat. So I'm thinking that it's time to pull out our handy dandy Switch and play a few video games. Woo! So, I'm not really sure what games we should play. I have Thank Goodness You're Here, 60 Seconds, Skyrim. Ooh, we could start a Skyrim campaign. That'd be so fun. Oh, hi, Toki. What do you think about the Switch 2 Electric Boogaloo? Now I have some strong opinions on that. Let's get into it. Hi, chat. I will not be buying the Switch 2. I do not trust the build quality of the Switch 2. As you guys know, I'm an avid gamer. I get paid by Twitch to play video games. And one of the consoles that you always see on my stream is the Nintendo Switch. This is the original. This is my personal Nintendo Switch that I bought personally, and then I just started using it on my channel. This has seen a lot of loving, but not roughness. So back in 2007, when the original Nintendo Switch was released, a lot of people were reporting Joy-Con problems. And that is what I'm talking about when I say build quality of the Switch. I'm not talking about the interface or the way that the screen LCD was designed. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the Joy-Cons themselves. So we're talking about these guys. Hey guys, future TokkiSnooSnoo here. I'm editing the video and I'm inserting a few images. Now, these are really broken Joy-Cons, mostly from Redditor posters, but I just want to preface this by saying that most of them were broken due to it falling out of their bag and hitting the floor, which I totally understand, but as Nintendo intended this to be a travel console, you would expect that it could survive a fall, kind of like your phone. So that's all I wanted to add. Thank you so much, and let's get back to the video. And the way that they connect to the Switch's body. I'm not rough with my Switch at all. I don't bang it. I don't throw it. I am very gentle. I have a case for it, and it lives in that case. My Switch is in super good condition. I would say brand new condition. I don't even think there isn't even like a scratch on this thing. The Switch is pretty much day one build, okay? But I am already having problems with the connectivity of my Joy-Cons. Not only are they doing double inputs, not only do I have a little bit of stick drift on it, but look, my controllers are already wiggling. Like, they're wiggling. And I only had this thing for like, what, 6 months? And my controllers are already starting to become loose. They were really tight when I first started playing on it, and now they're like super loose, and that is worrying to me. Because I spent a lot of money on this, and I do not have the money to replace it or get it professionally fixed. So if this thing breaks, I'm crap out of luck. So the Switch's controller design was to be slid. So as you can see, there's a button right there. You press it to release it, and it slides out. You would take this part and you put it just kind of in here, and it slides and snaps. That's how it connects. Why am I telling you this? You probably know this. I want you to take a very close look at the mechanisms on it. So this one right here, as you can see, it has a little bit of a stick out to it. There's also this like little part right here. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah, right there. Now let me put this down so you can see a little bit easier. But right there, do you see that? How that isn't like connected to this? That snaps into place. That kind of holds the Joy-Con onto the console. Same thing with all of this. Like, all of this just kind of like holds onto the console. And the console, I'm not sure if you can see that, has this like little slot where you slide it in here. Those right there are like the connections to the controller to tell the controller everything that's doing. And then you have this part right here. If you look inside of it, the lighting's not very good, but I'm hoping you guys can see it. There's just this little tiny slot that I can like kind of stick my finger into. You can kind of see that slot, and that's what this slots into. It just, and it locks. That is how the Switch 1 connects together, is that little sliding mechanism. And people are already having problems with the sliding becoming that's worrying. And Nintendo, what they are originally intending is for the Joy-Cons to pretty much just press in, and then there's this little thin connector that's supposed to go inside the Joy-Con. It's this thin line of plastic and metal that connects the Joy-Con to the Switch. If you think you're already having loose connectivity problems with your Joy-Con, then I'm worried that the connections aren't going to be as secure as Nintendo is intending for this. And I really want to exacerbate the point that this is supposed to be a travel console. This is supposed to be something you charge up at night, kind of like your phone. You throw kind of in your bag with a case. I would recommend a case. I will preface it that you do need a case for it. But you throw in your bag, and then you're able to pull it out anywhere. On the bus, in the car, at the park, at school, at work. You're just able to pull it out anywhere and start playing. That is how this console is supposed to work. But I do not believe it is as durable as Nintendo is wanting it to be. I do not believe the design is meant to be portable. They want it to be portable, but the way that they're designing this, I just don't see it happening. Now, I could be completely wrong. If I ever get it in my hands, if I ever take a look at it and see, maybe it is portable. Maybe, you know what? I will eat my words if that is the case. But with what I've seen from the overview trailer and from everything else, it just does not look good. They've already had problems with the Joy-Cons with the Switch 1, and now they're redesigning it, and I believe that the redesign will actually worsen the problems that they were having. They are saying that it is a larger controller, which I kind of like. I kind of like the idea of a larger controller. They're also saying that there is a mic for voice chatting, which I was not expecting, although I don't really think that would be very possible considering they're going to make you pay a $15 subscription for online features. The stand, I don't really like. I mean, I like how it, I don't really like the way that the stand looks. I just feel like the stand is really flimsy as well. So when you stand it up, I feel like it would break easier than how they have it originally. Because if you look at the Switch one, they have the stand come out like this, and it's a lot thicker. It's smaller, sure, but it's thicker. And I feel like that gives it some beef, so it's less likely to snap if something happens. I know they're going for sleek and modern, but with how I'm seeing it right now, I think a thicker stand would be better as well. I feel like they could improve on that design. It is bigger storage size, so it's now 256 gigabytes instead of the 32 gigabytes. The dock is 4K, which is kind of cool as well. And the dock is thicker, so I kind of like that as well, because they do say that there is a lot of ventilation in it. I do like the design, other than the connectivity of the Joy-Cons. I do like the design of the colors, because me personally, I kind of regret buying the red and blue. I kind of wish I bought the black Joy-Cons. That's just my opinion. I wish I bought the black Joy-Cons. So the fact that the Joy-Cons are mostly black with that like little bit of red or a little bit of blue in it, I kind of like that. And then of course I bet you they'll always make custom colors that you can buy or whatever, like sure. Yeah. They do say that it is the same thickness, so it's not going to get fatter or it's not going to get thinner. It is the same thickness as this, which is kind of nice. I find, actually, believe it or not, that after a while holding it like this gets kind of tiring and painful. So I always find myself reaching for the controllers. And I don't know if anybody else does this. I might just be really freaking weird. But I like snap in the individual controller ones and I play like this. I just sit there and I play like this, like completely separate, like I can do anything with the controllers. And I just play like this. I play my normal games like this, like Skyrim. I'm just like... So, you know, so when I play my video games, I play them like this, or I play them with like the controller thing. I don't find holding the console as comfortable as I want it to be. I wish it was a little bit more comfortable to hold the entire console with the LCD screen, especially if I'm like, you know, in the car waiting for somebody and I just want to pull out and play a level or two of a game that I'm playing. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm doing this and I'm having to wait 30, 40 minutes, that's a little bit of a problem. Did I just break my Switch? Although they are saying that it is a bigger screen, this way. So I wonder if they're trying to get to that 1080p 720 size, the 1080p. I hope they're trying to do a 1080p screen, because that would be pretty cool. That way, because I feel like the games on it is like they get squished. Like the games get squished a little bit, and that again kind of messes with the graphics quality in my opinion. So but when they're played on the screen, they look good. So I wonder if they're trying to get the screen size to be about the same, about matching what the computer would be or what the TVs would look like when you're playing on their 120 frames per second. So they're now advertising that you're going to be able to go 120 frames per second, and they have a vivid LCD and HDR support, which is also pretty good. So how the Joy-Cons are supposed to attach for the Switch 2 is there's a little push-in button, and then you're supposed to pull. But that push-in button is right here next to this button. And I'm not sure about you guys, but I have a tendency to fidget like this sometimes. That's not good for me. That won't be good for me. I fidget like this when I'm playing, or like it, or my hands sit like this when I'm playing, so my fingers actually rest kind of on this little bump right here. So the fact that they're putting the release button on there makes it seem like, oh no, I'm playing my game, right? Oh yay, I'm playing my game, blah blah blah. Uh-oh, I disconnected the controller, I lost my game. I feel like it's not going to be a good experience for the person playing games like this. But that's just my opinion. Again, it's my opinion. I could be wrong. I won't know until I actually have it in my hands, but I don't think I will be buying it because I just don't have the money or the ability to. So yeah, that is my 2 cents on the Nintendo Switch 2 and why I don't think it will work out. If you guys have anything you want to add to it, please comment down below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts.